Welcome to Uffsides. My name's Matt Ufford. We're talking about Week 8 in the NFL, previewing 5 select games. Most of them pretty good. Some of them, not the best slate this week. But let's jump right into it with Bills at Saints. Saints, of course, are coming off a bye week, nursing the wounds from that painful loss in Foxborough. The Bills have been surprisingly plucky this year. Scored 20 points in every single game. Every game has been between 20 and 24 points.
Slim margin.
Yeah, they are the champions of low variance. Good work, Buffalo. Thaddeus Lewis, Thad, I think he's trying to go by, has looked downright competent in his first 2 starts as a Bill. However, protection issues. He's been sacked 9 times over those games. Will the Saints' blitzing schemes confuse or pressure him? Yeah, probably. Saints are pretty good. The line on this game is New Orleans by 12.5. And I think that's just a little bit high. The Bills have kept every game except for one within 1 score this year. Let's call it Saints 31-20.
I'm actually fairly confident New Orleans covers. They're just another beast at home, and less than 2 touchdowns, I definitely like New Orleans.
All right, what do you say, Mike?
I say it picks them apart. The Bills, 20 straight points. They get 6.
Ooh,
They give them 6 points.
Go Bills, you can do it. Cowboys at Lions is an early game to watch. Both teams are 4-3 and in the thick of the early playoff picture. Both teams top 10 in points per game, top 10 in passing yards per game, bottom 5 in defending the pass. So you'd think, hey, this is going to be a shootout. Yeah, that's what I thought about Cowboys at Eagles last week, and it took them 35 minutes to score 3 points. Yeah, I like touchdowns. Vols! Revenge of Kevin Ogletree. Cut by the Cowboys, signed by the Lions. Can he compete with Chris Durham? Oh man, Lions, we got to get you a proper number 2 wide receiver.
They might need to see what Titus Young is up to.
Oh, he's running from the policeman. Mental health is a serious problem, and we should make jokes about Titus Young. Woo woo. Anyway, let's talk about the line for this game. It favors the home team, Lions by 3, and I'm gonna go Cowboys in this one.
Again, I disagree. I like the Lions at home. I think the Cowboys are just too banged up.
You know who I like? Tony Romo. What do you say, Mike? You get a voice.
I like the Cowboys in this.
All right,
I like
2-1 Cowboys, says a bunch of jokers standing in a empty set. Late afternoon, we've got the Jets traveling to Cincinnati. 4-3 Jets versus the 5-2 Bengals. This, by terms of record, is the best game in Week 8. Oh, the Bengals have lost their best cornerback, Leon Hall, for the year to an Achilles injury. That means the Jets' fearsome wideouts of Jeremy Curley and Stephen Hill will run wild. We've got 2 of the best defensive lines in the NFL. Jets anchored around Muhammad Wilkerson, having a fantastic season. And the Bengals, Geno Atkins. Geno Atkins versus Geno Smith, eating Geno's Philly cheesesteaks. They should actually just eat from a cheesesteak opposite ends. And then kiss. The Jets, who's running the ball for them this week? Chris Ivory, 34 carries? Sure, why not? Bilal Powell? Maybe.
I think they hang a jock strap up from the ceiling, and whichever one of them can get it gets the most carries.
Fight for it, boys, fight for it! The line is 6.5, and ooh, I don't know, this kind of feels like a 23-17 game to me. What do you say?
I have pretty strong feelings on, with all due respect to Jets fan Mike, on Bengals covering.
All right, you're going to say the Jets.
No, because it's every other week I get really excited. I'm like, oh my God, look.
People don't care about the Jets that much. I'm going to go Bengals by a touchdown, 24-17. Redskins at Broncos is a late afternoon game worth your time. Why? Because you like offense, and I do too. Mike Shanahan's return to Denver. Bad news, Mike, your team is not as good as the Broncos. Of course, we've now seen that the Broncos can be cut, they can be defeated, and the secret is getting pass rush on Peyton Manning. Can the Redskins do it? Ryan Kerrigan's pretty good. Redskins secondary, they're missing free safety Brandon Merriweather. He's been suspended 2 games for his continued dirty hits. That's just a short of what I want for him, which is a lifetime ban. Get that guy out of the game, him.
Ridiculous.
What a piece of
And their other safety might be out too. He got a concussion last week. So.
Reed Doughty.
Yeah, two backup safeties.
And by the way, Reed Doughty isn't even good. It's going to be rookies and street free agents against Peyton Manning and the best wide receiving core in the NFL. Can the Broncos cover the spread of 12.5 to 13 points? And I'll say, 51 to 28 sounds reasonable.
I think that's
It won't be 51 to 28, Redskins fans. You'll be fine. You're going to lose, though. Monday Night Football, the Seahawks travel to St. Louis to face against the Rams. NFC West division rivalry. Who's gonna? It's gonna be a complete blowout. Kellen Clemens is starting in place of Sam Bradford, out for the year. This is happening the same night of World Series Game 5, assuming it goes to 5 games, which will also be played in St. Louis. Could we see a half-empty Edward Jones Dome on Monday Night Football?
I think we'd see a half-empty Edward Jones Dome even if it weren't baseball season.
Oh, snap! St. Louis is currently working out Tyler Thigpen and Brady Quinn.
The Jets leftovers at quarterback.
Oh, man.
That's usually
At this point, Brady
Brady
Quinn is everyone's leftovers. Brady Quinn has played for 28 of 32 NFL teams. Maybe a made-up fact. Line for this game is Seahawks by 10.5 to 11. Traditionally, I pick against the Seahawks because I root for them and I just like to hedge my bets, but seems like they should be able to clean up given the 11 days of rest after Thursday Night Football. So I'm going to take Seahawks here. What do you boys say?
I like the Seahawks too.
I say Kellen Clemens under Mark Sanchez's tutelage has really learned and grown, and I say this is his breakout game and the Rams take it.
Rams fans, don't watch it, just watch the Cardinals. Those are the 5 Uffsides games of the week. Not the greatest slate this week, but you know what? Still amazing because it's the NFL and we're hopelessly addicted to their product. See you next week.